Hey, what is up my friends? Welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Call of Duty Warzone 3 on the, it's actually the Asus Ally. I want to say the Lenovo Legion Go, but that thingy is over here. This is the Asus Ally and we're currently playing it on 900p. Let me zoom in a little bit here so you get the best screen. Played it on 900p, minimum settings with FSR set to performance. Rest of the settings are all low, and a 100 field of view. And I have to say, after all the updates, the ROG Ally is a very streamlined little device. Also going to be playing it on 1080p, but honestly, this kind of gave me the best performance to visuals. Let's just land somewhere. This is Plunder. So I did Plunder because you can just spawn infinitely and I tend to die when talking too much during benchmarks. Now this is also running the latest BIOS update. Ooh, something just landed there. What I do was lagging like crazy. So I'm not the best player with a controller. I'm much better on mouse and keyboard. But we're just going to try a few settings here. So we're currently playing with FSR. Let's turn FSR off. So this is low settings without FSR. Let's turn FSR off. Apply that. So this is without the upscaling, and this is 900p. You get a solid 60-ish performance. Saying ish because sometimes if you're in the middle of the city, you kind of tend to drop a little bit. Like when you're near the tall buildings, you know you might want to turn FSR on. So let's put it on native 1080p. I think most of you are going to be playing this on 900p because the visual difference between 1080p and 900p is very small. So the difference for me between the Asus Ally and the Lenovo Legion Go is that the Lenovo, wait, I hear something. The Lenovo Legion Go is much more like a mini PC to me. It feels less like a handheld. It's much more chunky. Also, if you hold it for like long periods of time, it doesn't really feel that well to hold. And this thing is very sleek, it's very thin, and I do wish a little bit more like firm grip where I can like put my hands behind it to grip it. Something like you get like on the, that is the nice part of the Legion Go, so you get a little, very nice grippy thing, a little bit too small on the Asus Allies, but still it doesn't ruin the pleasure for me in having the handheld. If I would have to pick at this very moment, I kind of want to say I want to pick the Legion Go just because the screen is bigger and I don't know, I like big screens. The specs should be a little bit more powerful, but it's not the case. I like the Asus Ally better just because this is just much more mobile to use. One thing I do like is this. Let me compare that to the Asus or Lenovo Legion Go. So it's got a reflective coating, if you can see that. The Asus Ally has got a reflective coating, and that really helps when you have like bad lighting in the room or when you're outside. It's much more pleasant to play on the Ally. Also, I think that the thumbsticks feel better on the Ally. It feels more responsive. Maybe it has to do with the dead zones, I'm not sure entirely sure about that. Somebody died here. So let's put it on low with upscaling. So put it on FSR 1. Let's put it on performance. We'll try quality in a second. There we go. I'm just playing without a headset. How did that... Oh wait, that was pretty obvious. That gun has no recoil. Good lord. Also, I think I like the looks a little bit better on the Asus Ally. The thing with the Legion Go is that this feels a little bit loose. Look, it's got a little like wobble to it. Doesn't really want to focus. It's got a little like wobble. I dislike that about the Legion Go, and you don't really get that. This feels like a very, well, like a Nintendo Switch on steroids, if that makes sense. And I think it's incredible that we can play this game on this kind of FPS. The frame time line you see over here, that indicates if we get drops. Big spikes indicate drops, very small spikes, micro stutters, but you don't really notice it. One fatal flaw I think we have with the Asus Ally is the SD card slot. It overheats. I think every device has that problem. It's pretty much unusable. Maybe if you have like a super high grade micro SD card, but I don't think those exist. I'm such a trash player with the keyboard. But the performance, if you're good with the controller, unlike I am, then the ROG Ally can really be your ally, your friend. And I think you'll have great fun with this. If you can run Warzone 3 like this in a map, such a big map, and graphically demanding map like this, you're going to have a lot of fun. Before I forget, I'm playing on manual mode. Let me show you. So we're playing on manual mode, 1080p. These are the settings I have. And let's try it on the battery in a second. The difference is very similar when we play on battery, so let's unplug it. If you would take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel, you can always change your mind later. It's free.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I doubt I'll ever get a kill the next 10 years with a controller. Start doing it like that. So let's switch modes. Let's put it on silent mode. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys get an idea. So this is silent mode. A lot of stutter. Performance mode. I do think the 15 watt mode is very good. It's very quiet, power efficient, and you still get like the best possible performance. That being said, I do sometimes notice micro stutters when playing on 15 watts, but it's not all the time. And one big benefit of playing on 15 watt is that the device is very quiet. There is no, or pretty much no fan sound. So once again, if I would have to choose between the Lenovo Legion Go and the Asus Ally, my money would go to the Ally. Even though it's cheaper, even though the screen is smaller, this feels more like a handheld. And the Lenovo Legion Go feels more like a, I don't know, gimmicky, because I say gimmicky, because I don't really like to use the mouse option you have on the Legion Go. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Give me a break. I'm gonna give up. These guys are far better than I am. And if you're looking to buy an Asus Ally, links are in the description. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you around.